Hello, welcome to African in New York. As you all know, for this show we welcome Africans and African Americans and all people of African origin to come to this show to narrate their achievement and successes in whatever they're doing. And today we are very lucky to have Raquel Heslop. Welcome to the studio, Raquel.
Thank you for inviting me.
Good. Raquel, she is a model as well as an actress. And, you know, she's done a lot of work in this industry. And I just want her to take a few minutes to tell us who she is, where she comes from, and what she's doing in New York.
Well, I'm Raquel Heslop. My model name is Rocky Hess, and I'm from Jamaica, the West Indies, not Queens. And I'm here modeling and acting and doing a little bit of hosting for Caribbean One TV. Well,
so let's talk about your film career as an actress. I mean, when and how did you start?
Well, it was modeling first, then acting came in about when a friend of mine said, you know, maybe you should try something else other than modeling. So I got my first role on Cultural Wars as, you know, the main actor.
Right.
Lead role, which was really good for me. And that's when it started. It was 2014, my first speaking lead role.
Yes, because you had some other non-speaking roles in other movies.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, and one of those movies won the Oscar Awards. And which was that movie, the name of the movie?
That was The Wolf of Wall Street.
And what did you do there?
I was in the office scene, and you know, with the Playboy girls. I was a part of that group of girls, you know, celebrating in the office. So I had a featured part. I also had another part in it that they took out. It was too much. It was way too much to be seen. So they took that part out.
To be taken off.
They took it out. I'm not sure if it's going to be on the final, on the DVD whenever it comes out, but that was not in the theater. It was not shown, that special part.
Right, and then you had, I think, another role in another movie as well.
Well, I had featured as also on Ugly Betty.
Yes.
And long time ago, I did, I was featured on the Sopranos. I was a tough girl on the Sopranos, the season finale. So that's very old.
That was
a long time ago.
Yeah. You did also, and you were part of a Jamaican movie, I think it's called Lies and Revelations.
Lies and Revelations. It's now being edited. It's not out yet. We're waiting for summer. So it should be out by summer, this summer 2015.
That's some partner money.
I saw you today.
Oh, you talking about Tony? That's my classmate. Oh, he wants me to hook him up with one of my friends. I'm going to go and get something to quench your other thirst.
Okay, good. And then you had a role in another movie, and that was, I think, Cultural Wars.
Cultural Wars, yes. My first speaking.
What did you do?
Well, it's two different cultures. I played an American this time, and my partner is Tanzanian. And it's a love movie. It's about love and not worrying about what our family say, because they're against the mixture of cultures. not wanting me to be with an African and the African culture, which he's from, not wanting him to be with an American. So because of the love we have for each other, we didn't care. So they had to come together and make an agreement and say, yes, this is going to happen. They want it. Why not?
Oh, so this is the first movie that you played, and is a love story.
Yes.
That you were kind of stubborn with your family because you wanted to marry this man.
Yes, because I loved him and he loved me, and we didn't care about what our families were thinking. And it happened. You have to see the movie once again. I can't give it all away, but it's a love movie. It's a great movie, and it needs to be seen because a lot of people don't go for what they want because of what their family says. But if your heart says one thing, then you should follow your heart.
Today, Bob's family is coming, and I want you to behave yourself.
Behave myself? You know I don't want my daughter to marry no African. I'm forced to bless this wedding because your daughter insists that she loves him. Don't make no sense.
If you mess this up, Monica and I will never forgive you.
Why? Why an African?
I'm in love, and I proposed to her.
Rhetoric, absolutely nonsense.
He proposed.
What?
Whoa. Yes.
Oh, that's why you've been glowing.
Yes.
That's great.
We want the full report. Tell us more.
Okay.
But there's a problem.
Because your daughter loves him. Now be a man and support your daughter. You need to do it with a smile on your face. And yes, you will offer Monica to Bob.
How did you feel, like doing a full movie and, taking a very important role, like the starring role?
Grateful. That's the only word.
Now, let's talk a little about your modeling career.
Yes.
Because one of the things that I know is that you are one of the Jamaican ladies who had, excelled in this industry.
Yes.
And you are very famous back home in Jamaica. I think the first one was the Benetton.
Oh, the United Colors of Benetton.
Yes, the United Colors
the
of
commercial.
Benetton.
Yeah.
The commercial. Yeah. So what did you do?
It was a commercial for United Colors of Benetton. I did.
And what was the commercial about?
It's about colors. And they wrapping the colors, all the colors, the colors of Benetton around my body. And then reeling it out, and then so many other faces. As they reeled me out, there are other model faces there. And at the end, it's just me as a blank body smiling. And that's it. That was the color of Benetton, United Colors of Benetton.
This is huge because the United Colors of Benetton is famous all over the world. I mean, they see this, and so you got this exposure, which actually, I believe, gave you another role.
It was just a shoot for the ad, just the print at the majority. It was some airports, not all the airports. It was in New York and Charlotte and Virginia, and certain airports they will have the ad for JetBlue. Yeah.
Yes, and then you appeared on that, because this is very important because it's my understanding like you defeated 500 ladies who came forth to ask for that role.
A lot. More than that.
More than that.
Oh yeah.
Out of like 500-600 women, they had only to choose one.
Yeah. And
that was you.
Yeah.
How did you feel?
It was for me.
Yes, and then you traveled again to South Africa.
Yes.
Where you were also engaged in some other commercials.
I did the fashion show for the release of the BMW in South Africa. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, how did you feel to be in South Africa?
I felt alive. I felt like I belonged there. I did not want to come back.
You didn't want to come back?
No, I did not.
Yeah.
It's so rich and beautiful, the culture, the people, the food. the air, everything. It was so amazing. Oh my God. But I was only given 90 days to be there, so I had to come back. Yeah.
So apart from that, you have appeared in a lot of fashion shows in New York City as well.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So I mean, do you remember them, and what are those fashion shows that you have appeared in?
I did Sarah James, Manuel Fernandez. I did Kamora Lee Simmons fashion show. I did so many. I'm getting a blank. It's pretty much, they're not like names that you would know of, like it would be a Calvin Klein or Betsy Johnson, but these are good designers from Europe. Kimura is from the United States. I think you know that name. It's just more international Italian designers that came to New York and liked my look.
And I heard that you also engaged in giving back to the society, especially for Jamaican children.
Yes.
And why do you do this, and where do you do this in Jamaica?
Well, I do it for me. I do it only on my birthday. I give back on my birthday. Because when I was in Jamaica as a little girl, I mean, it was rough. I had good times and bad times, but most of the times I didn't have birthday gifts. I didn't have birthdays where I get a gift or, you know, have a cake to blow out. And it was just something when I come into living here in the United States, I always thought of it and said, you know, I want to go back home and give to the kids that felt the way I felt. And not have them feel the way I felt. So I do it once a year on my birthday.
So now you are in New York, and I was wondering, as a model, you know, there are like a lot of fashion shows in New York City, like the New York City Fashion Show, which happens every year. Do you participate?
I participate. I do different shows off-site. They moved it from Bryant Park a few years now, maybe 4 years, and they've been at the Lincoln Center. But I usually do off-site. So you have on-site, which is there in the building, and you have shows that are off in other studios, different places that the designers will rent. So yes, I do shows off-site. I haven't done any at Lincoln Center
Yet.
since they moved there. No.
Oh, since they moved there?
No, but I've done Fashion Week. Yes.
Yes. So for young ladies who really love to be models one day,
Yeah.
what are you telling them about the industry, and what do you think, like, what they need to do in order to be part of this great industry?
Wow. Well, first, they must have self-awareness, who they are, and know what they want to do. And when they figure that out, they will now have to find an agency, a reputable agency that will manage them in the career, in the modeling, because there's so many wolves out there. You know, they're taking advantage of girls and guys. Not saying the agencies are not doing that secretly, but it's the best way to do it, is to be with an agency, a manager, someone that can manage your career. If you're underage, you should always be with your parent, always. I've been through so many things, not being with my mom, when I go see a photographer, when I go see this person, you know. Underage, you're with your parents. Even at an adult age, 18, have an agency, under agency, everything agency, have an agency. That's what I recommend.
So I mean, you say it's a very hard industry to penetrate, and then you always need somebody to...
Yes.
Yeah. So I mean, what are the challenges that you met when you started?
Oh, well, just finding myself, and instead of someone trying to find me. And what I mean by trying to find me is them leading me into the wrong path.
Right.
Telling me, oh, you're a model, and making me become a sleazy model. you know, in a sexual way, or making me taking my clothes off and exploiting and showing what not supposed to be seen, and not knowing myself that this is not it. This is not where me wanting to be a model is not, that's not the route that I want. You have Gap, you have these clean things, you have these friends, you have kids at age of 13, girls that are 13 develop, look a certain way. They're taking advantage of these girls. So those are a lot of challenges that I have faced with, you know, going to see a photographer and a photographer taking advantage or wanting to take advantage. And me knowing better, that's never happened, but it's very challenging in that way.
So how do you deal with that? Do you get like some training, you know, in order to avoid those people?
Yeah, training from Jamaica.
From Jamaica.
Being rough. That's the
Rough
only training. Well, no. The training that I have is from my grandfather, living with him, raising me a certain way, teaching me the values, teaching me the Bible, teaching me about God, knowing myself, and how a man is supposed to treat me and respect me, and what's right, what's not right. Knowing that, like I said, I keep it in my back pocket.
What does it mean?
That's what the quote is. I keep whatever he tells me, whatever he told me as a child,
yes,
I kept it in my back pocket, meaning whenever I need to use it,
you take it.
It's now in my front pocket.
Okay.
So that's what I learned, how to fight the wolves, being tough, from Jamaica, from my grandfather, his teachings.
Yeah. So I think that I believe that in New York City you have a lot of models from Africa, Jamaica, United States. I'm talking about models of African origin.
Yes.
Now, I mean, you have to compete with models from all over the world. You know, white, yellow, blue, whoever. So is it difficult? And how is the industry looking at you? I mean, are there advantages and disadvantages of being a model from a certain area of the world?
Well, it depends. Well, in the fashion industry, there are seasons. They have their season. This season it could be girls from Brazil. That's what's hot right now. That's what they're going to be using. That's what they're going to be booking. This season, whenever they change it, we never know. It could be girls from Sudan. Sudanese, very dark skin, colors for spring. We're booking them. Or whoever was hot in this movie that looked like this, we may bring this girl that, you know, from whatever country that looks this way, and that's the season. They have so many different seasons for the girls. It could be me, like my color is in between. I'm not chocolate enough, and I'm not white. So it is more difficult for me.
So I mean, what you're saying, it is like, I mean, it depends on the season. I mean, if that season they're looking for a person who resembles you, then, I mean, they may take
that's
you.
That's hot. That's someone that's hot, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But they have their season. They have Brazilians that they use a lot. They have the Russians, the blonde. They have, you know, like I said, the Sudanese or girls from wherever, Tanzania. It could be just that look they're looking for, and you're out. And the colors is dark skin or white.
And you know, there are some rumors around, like, oh, models are well paid, you know, they smell money around. What do you think about that? Is that true?
Models that they smell money?
They smell money because they work and they, you know, they're paid, and that's why you have a lot of young ladies wanting to enter this industry because they believe that there is a lot of money.
Can be made, yes.
Can be made.
Yeah. I made a lot of money when I started.
Yeah, yeah.
But once again, you have to be smart. You have to know. But yeah, money can be made. Right direction, right agency, right season look. You are the look. You're in for the season. Book. You're getting booked.
Okay, so which fashion show that you participated and you think that was the best fashion show ever, and why?
Oh my God. Oh, let's see. Kamora fashion show. Oh my God. It was so grand. It was.
That was in New York City?
Yes. It was so grand. Oh my God. It was so many people. It was big. It was lights. It was press from everywhere backstage. It was like 20 hair person in my hair one time. Nail, skin, hair, makeup, 2020 massage, this, nail polish. It was just like, I felt like it was an A-list celebrity. It was so grand. It was one of my best shows ever.
So that, it puts you under pressure.
Oh my God. It just made me feel so good. It made me feel like I was doing something amazing. Like, it was great. Her show was brilliant. The front row, the guy from Vogue was there, Leon Talley. He was there in the front row. Everybody you could think of, like, it was so many celebrities. It was like 1,000 cameramen in front of you. It was like, the runway was like,
and that's the time then.
Grand.
And that's the time when you want to show your style, how you walk, how you
Yes.
dress, and you feel good.
I felt amazing. I felt like I belonged. I did belong. They picked me. I was there. It was one of my best shows, I have to say.
So good. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Raquel
Yes.
Heslop.
Yes.
It's been very nice to have you here, and I love that you're representing the people of African origin in United States and especially in New York City,
Yes.
which is good. So for that, I say thank you for coming.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure to have you in the studio.
Thanks so much.
Okay, thank you so much.